Erin Peterson. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Sorry for being a few minutes late. Our load shedding has messed with us a little bit, but we're here and the lights are on, so that's great. The power just came on here in Table View area in Cape Town, South Africa. So welcome to all of you and welcome, Erin. Lovely to have you here. Okay, and we're going to see who else is here. Hopefully nobody ran away because I was a few minutes late, but I'm here now. So awesome. Thank you for everybody that are still here and that are ready to get some channeling done. With me, as always, I have my wonderful husband, Anthony.
Hello, everyone.
And he will be reading everybody's questions and kind of collating the information for me. So that I can stay in trance and do what I do. And he asks some of the questions that we also interested in sometimes for the collective. So for those of you that don't know how it usually works, it's 3 pink hearts in the YouTube chat box for any personal questions that you may have. And please put your questions in there as well as who you'd like me to channel. So thank you, Erin. I understand you want me to channel your paternal grandmother. What questions do you have for her, please? Okay. Okay, so then we usually do the first 3 people who type 3 pink hearts into the chat box, and then we start switching over to questions for humanity. So if you have any questions, please do bring them. We love to find out more. We love to find out all the little puzzle pieces. And we speak to some really exciting higher dimensional beings. We've spoken to Christ consciousness. We've spoken to Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel. We've spoken to Nathaniel. That might have been in one of my meditations. 2 weeks ago, we had Bashar. I'm like trying to think of some entities that I've channeled that are more closely related to me, or Morowell. And then there was, I forget now. But anyway, there's been loads of different entities, beings of love and light that I channel. And of course, as always, I make sure that the space is safe and protected. Just bringing in that energy here. Thank you very much. And just making sure we are all in a safe place. And only speak with we only speak with those that have the highest, purest frequencies and the purest agenda, purest intentions. That is who we speak to here. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm a psychic channel and medium. I also do channeled art. I'm very excited to just have started a family portrait for someone. I am doing her Arcturian family portrait. Very exciting. Yeah, and I also do healing, channel healing, with my team of higher dimensional beings. And what else do I do? I'm a certified compassion key practitioner. So if you are interested in any of those services for a one-on-one session, please do look at the link down below to my website. All the information, prices, and everything's there. I don't believe in hiding anything. It's all out there. And if you find this valuable and this was a value to you, you are welcome to make a contribution. At the moment, we've got PayPal, but we will soon be adding a PayFast link as well, more catering for the South African population. Okay, so it's been a little bit tough on everybody with all the load shedding going on and all the energy shifting and going crazy. So let's see what we can do tonight. All right, let's get started. All right, okay, so Erin's paternal grandmother. Erin, do you have a name for your grandmother, please? Oh, already get a sense of her.
Mabel.
Mabel, thank you very much.
Mabel.
Mabel, sorry. Mabel, thank you so much. Okay, let's see. Already get a sense of her. Very gentle woman. Gentle but sure of herself. Very wise. Beautiful soul. Okay. Mabel, Erin would like to speak to you, and you're welcome to come through. You speak directly through me if you're not comfortable with that. Sometimes with beings in spirit that don't want to come through directly, they prefer that I speak on their behalf. So let's just see. So I feel a little bit of reluctance for her to come through fully. Maybe she's a bit shy. It can happen. Okay, Mabel. And some people just don't like people, too many people. Okay, she's not going to come through directly. That is fine. Okay, what's the question?
So she asked, does she have anything she wants to tell me?
Okay. Yeah, she says, keep your chin up. She says, keep your chin up. I get that like a visual of don't give up when you are, what's the word I'm looking for? When your back's against the wall, when you feel like you don't know what you're doing. She's saying now is the time to just get on with it. So it's kind of like, just do it. Just get down to the work. Just do the work. So don't let doubts and thoughts and things come and interfere with what you need to do. Just get to it. Get to what you need to do, and it will all just start coming together, and everything will be. You will start feeling better, and you will start getting clarity, and you will start moving forward, and everything that you're feeling right now will work itself out. That's the message that I'm getting. So I don't know if you're going through something that you're wondering whether you should start something, or if you're, I'm just speculating now, because from the message I got from her, there's something that's like a decision or a unsure about something that you need to do, and she's saying just get on with it, just go for it. I also get the sense of just trust yourself. Moenie laat mense 'n kop in jou 'n gat in jou kop in praat nie. That's literally like the message that's coming through. Moenie laat mense 'n gat in jou kop in praat nie. Listen to yourself, listen to your inner voice, trust yourself. That's what's the main message. Just trust your intuition, trust your true voice. All the other stuff is just noise. It's just noise. So just quiet down the noise, clear your mind, and trust, and just go for it. That's what's coming through. So yeah.
Okay, she says, yes, thank you so much.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Thank you. I'm so glad that that was helpful. She's got a beautiful energy. I just want to see if there's anything else coming through for her. She's smiling. She's smiling. She's like, I don't know if you speak Afrikaans, but I keep getting Afrikaans messages. So, does I make it? Jy het dit. Nie jy het dit nie, but something to that. Yeah, does I make it? Chin up. Yeah. And I'm also getting the message of don't forget to smile. So it's like, you know, and I get this picture of from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and they're like, whistle while you work. That song. It's just like, get on with it and have a good time with it. Just you know, enjoy your work. Yeah. So that's kind of having a positive attitude while you get on with it. Yeah. So hopefully that helps. Okay, great. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Erin says she was funny. So there we go. All right, great. Who's next? Maria.
Yep.
Okay, who does she want me to channel?
Anyone.
Anyone. Let me just have a sip of my tea. Hey, Maria, you've been a lot more open to me channeling anyone, which is pretty cool. Okay. Okay, who would like to come through for Maria today? Sorry, Maria, I'm distracted. Is your brother here? Peter Tran? Is that your brother? I'm a bit distracted because yeah, I'm getting some answers there. Okay. Maybe I should do your brother's question first. Then I can carry on and focus on you. I hope that's okay. Okay, Peter, I'm going to do yours first. Higher self. All right. Great. Okay. Thanks, Maria. Okay. Because I'm getting his answer already. So I just. So let me tell you the answer because it just came through, but I'm happy to still channel your higher self, Peter. And if you have any other questions for your higher self, we can answer that as well. Okay. All right. So the message I got was, yes. What's her name? Camilla? Cecilia. Sorry, I don't know where Camilla came from. Cecilia is interested, carefully interested. But the message I'm getting is that she's not 100% sure about how you feel and what your intentions are. And I think what I'm getting from that is she's probably just a little bit weary because, you know, perhaps she's been hurt before or something like that. Or she's seen other people. That might actually be what it is. She's seen other people get hurt and she's a little bit scared. So she doesn't want to. She doesn't want her heart to be broken. That's pretty much what it is. So she's just being very careful and worried about your intentions and whether you really like her and not just, you know, have an agenda. Let's put it that way. Okay, so that's what I'm getting from Cecilia. Okay. Okay, Peter's higher self. Okay, Peter, so if you have any more questions for your higher self, just bring it through. Hello, Peter. Welcome, everybody. Hi.
Hi.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.
Peter would like to know if there's any important messages for him today.
Peter, you know what? I just first want to tell you, just carry on having fun. Don't ever forget to play and have fun. You're certainly a good example in many ways. Some people might think you're goofy or a little bit crazy, but this is such a huge, important part of your personality. And yes, there's a serious side to life. And yes, you need goals and you need to think about things, but don't ever let go of that fun spirit that you have, because that is essential to your being and that is part of your light. So just let it shine. Just be you, be fun, be playful, just as you are. Don't let that be suppressed and squashed down by others with negative energy. Don't let others dampen your spirit. Just let that inner joy come out. I know that it's been hard to sometimes just be yourself, because sometimes you're judged for that, and sometimes people don't take you seriously. But it is such an integral part of who you are and what you're about. And you are going to teach many other people how to bring that joy through in their lives. So keep it up. Be that person who is just getting excited about things, because that is part of who you are. Okay, I hope that makes sense. And if you need any clarification or have any more questions about that, please let me know.
Thank you. Let's give him a minute or so just to see if something comes through.
And don't forget how awesome you are. You're awesome.
He says thank you.
Okay, right. Yeah, don't let people quiet you down. All right. Okay. Okay. Maria's turn. Okay. So take another sip. Mm. Okay. Who would like to come through for Maria tonight? I get a feeling it might be someone who will answer questions for the collective tonight as well. I have been connected to Bashar quite a bit today, because I'm working on a blog post. This is something I'll be doing from now on while I'm here with all of you. I'm going to turn my videos into blog posts. So in there, I'll be taking out all the extraneous information. The personal stuff will be removed, and then all the things about that's for us for the collective, we will put those facts and interesting things into the blog posts. And when I feel called to do so, I will also do some artwork so that people can get an idea of what the being we spoke to looks like. I already did a quick sketch of Bashar tonight, so that's why I think I feel very connected to him at the moment. So if you're okay with Bashar, we can see what he has to say. Otherwise, we can ask someone else. Okay, all right. Is there anybody with that will have better answers for Maria, or would it be okay for you, Bashar, to answer a questions? Okay. It's a bit of a there's two different entities that want to come through. So I'm just trying to suss out who would be the best fit right now, because that's much more important. And let that person come through. What would be best for Maria? Maria's highest good. Okay, Maria, I've got your main ancestral guide. I think it was your great grandmother. I know I've channeled her before, but my memory is a little bit hazy. It feels like your great grandmother who's coming through for you. Hello, Maria. Hello, beautiful child. I'm here. Hello, everybody else.
Hi, thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.
Maria would like to know if you have an important message for her today.
Yes, Maria. The most important thing you need to focus on right now is just to give yourself a break. Give yourself a break. You're so tough on yourself and you put such high expectations and so much pressure on yourself. Just take a breather. Take a breather and just connect with yourself again, because you've lost touch with yourself a little bit. You've lost touch with that peace inside you, and you've gotten into a place where everything's kind of spinning out of control. And it's important that you just give yourself a break. You're going through a lot, but it doesn't have to be so serious and so hectic all the time. You know, have some fun with your siblings. Have some fun with your brother, and just relax a little bit. Okay, it's important for you to just have grace for yourself. Really, you're putting yourself under way too much pressure. Nobody's expecting that much from you. You are your own worst critic. So really, really, really just take a step back, take a breath, and look at the bigger picture. You've lost sight of the bigger picture. You're so boggled down in whatever you're busy with that you're not seeing the bigger picture. Okay? So just allow yourself a little bit of grace and a little bit of compassion for yourself. Give yourself a hug and remember that it's okay. Everything will be okay.
She's got a follow-up question for you. She
Yes.
asks, can you give me suggestions on how to take a break? I feel like I can't slow down because of school and other occupations.
Just take a bit of time out. Honestly, I understand that you're busy. I really do. I understand what it means to be busy. I used to be busy all day long, and everybody was expecting everything from me. But every now and then, I would take just half an hour, and I told everybody who wanted me, not now. Now it's time for me. I will see to your needs in half an hour. And you can say the same to yourself about the things that you have placed on your agenda. Okay? Just give yourself half an hour. Don't go and do mindless things, meaningless things. Just sit, do some breathing, Calm your nervous system down. Stare into space. Sit outside. Watch the clouds, whatever the case may be, but don't do anything. Just sit. Just clear your mind. Let go of all the clutter and get into that space of nothing really matters right now except being here right now. So just clearing your mind. That is the important thing. Letting go of all the pressure that you're putting on yourself. Just letting it go and start with breathing. And if your thoughts start taking over again, breathe again. Let go of the thoughts. If they come back, let them go again. So just keep on doing that and keep breathing. Good in, bad out. Good in, bad out. Until you feel calmer. In fact, I would suggest that if you lie outside and just stare up at the clouds and just study the clouds, get into a place of a childlike place. Remember your inner child. So what would your inner child do if your inner child was stressed? Okay? Just get a blanket, lie outside and cloud gaze or stargaze. But relax. Just as if there's nothing else important going on. Just forget about everything. Let it all go. The trouble will still be there once you're done relaxing, but you need some real relaxation. Okay, this is my suggestion to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
She had another question, but I think she knows the answer, so she said, I don't need to ask you that question.
Okay, great. Yes, and you do. You need to trust yourself. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Best, all the best to you. Remember just to give yourself a break and a big hug. Okay. All right. I'm right here with you every step of the way. And whenever you need to, you can climb right into my arms. All right.
Says thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Thank you. Okay. I think we can do one more personal question. Yeah, it's fine. Let's do one more personal question tonight. Okay. It doesn't seem like there's much for the collective tonight.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, we might just end early. Okay. All right.
End your life with Anne.
Okay, so let's just say Anne.
Anne, yes.
Yeah.
Was to her father.
Okay. Anne's father.
Oh, it's Anna Marie.
Okay, Anna Marie, okay. Dankie dat jy gekom het. Okay, wat sê papa? Dit is hoekom ek Afrikaanse boodskappe begin kry. All right. Hallo my kind. Hello everybody.
Hi. Anna Marie would like to know if you have a message for her.
Yes. Ek wil Afrikaans praat, maar daar's baie mense hier wat nie Afrikaans verstaan nie, so ons gaan maar die Engels probeer. Okay. Anna Marie, my pop. It's important at this stage to allow yourself some headspace. Allow yourself some time to do some creative things. Anything you just enjoy doing, just because you enjoy it. Just so that you can get to a place where you're connecting with yourself, where you are getting back in touch with who you really are, because you've lost track of that little bit. You've kind of forgotten that playful, happy, bubbly, joyful person that you are. You've kind of left her behind somewhere. And it's time to get back in touch with her. It's time to allow yourself to play again. It's a time to allow yourself to just let that creativity flow. You have such a creative spirit, and it's such a shame to see it wasted on people who didn't appreciate it. So let that come through and have some fun. Have some fun with some younger people, and so that they can bring out your youthful younger self, because your spirit is very, very young in a sense. Not to say that you're not an old soul, but you have this young, bubbly spirit in you. And that's who you really are. That is you. And it's important that you just remember and connect with that person again, and do things because it's fun. Do things because you enjoy doing it. And you are in your element and the best you when you're in that space and getting other people to have fun with you. It's infectious. When you are your true self, you are infectious in the most positive way possible. And that's the Anna Marie. That's the person who you need to connect with again. So allow yourself to just be that person again. Just don't worry about all the other things. If you just connect with you again and remember who you are and what makes you happy, what makes you tick, you're going to, all the other things will come. It will flow. It will just come through. Things will start falling into place. I promise. Beloof jou. Okay. Just really, really, the more you're just going to be in that space with you, with your true self, the more things will just start flowing and fall in place. You'll see. It will be like magic. Just go for it. Okay.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. Does she have any more questions?
I'm just giving her, she says thank you.
Okay.
Ja.
Daar sê, dankie my pop, dankie my kind. Kyk mooi na jouself, né? So, yeah, and Anna Marie, I feel like that might have been, your father came through, but I feel like there might have been someone else there too. That's also a family member. It feels a little bit female there. So definitely your father, but also like someone else is there in the background as well. I'm not sure exactly if it was maybe your father's mother, your grandmother, or something, but yeah, I definitely got that. Okay. All right.
Awesome. No one's asked anything about the collective.
Maybe we can decide who would we like to. You know, I'm very interested right now in what was it that we were? No, now I've gone blank. I was thinking about this earlier. I don't know, blank. I don't know. Maybe it's not meant to be.
Yeah, I was going to suggest calling on anyone that's been to Earth many times to maybe give us a practical idea of how to survive this 3D world.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, we don't have to think who it is. We just see who comes through.
Yeah, I think that 7-step guide I'm writing is that. I'm busy writing a short little guide that I want to hand out for free, which is a 7-step guide to integration, basically how to survive on Earth. And maybe that's what I need to call it, a survival guide for Earth. Okay, but let's see if somebody can give us more other insight. Okay.
And if you guys have any questions, you can just type them and we'll ask.
Yeah, for any questions for humanity, our Earth right now, load shedding, anything. That's something that I'm quite interested in the moment. It's energy, free energy, and when that's going to come out. That's what I've been thinking about a lot. So what's happening with all of that, and when are we going to get the free energy? Because we could use it right now. It's hard to get any work done with load shedding. Okay, so any questions that you guys have, hey? For anything you want to know about what's going on Earth right now, or with disclosure, anything that you're interested in. Okay, who can answer the questions about practical living, surviving the next 4 to 10 years with all the shifts and changes that's going on and happening with us as humanity and with us as with the Earth? Schumann resonance is changing. There's so much going on. Who can help us with practical survival the next while everything's going on? The financial systems are going to be turned upside down, and the Earth is shifting, starting to shift poles. There's more and more extraterrestrials, and that energy is affecting things. The Schumann resonance is changing, where the frequencies are higher, so that more is revealed, and there's a lot of people that are in fear, panicking a little bit, and having a hard time with the information that's coming through. So how do we survive all this? How do we stay sane in this time? Okay. I always get a little bit nervous when certain ascended masters want to come through, but that's what I'm getting. Hello, beautiful Earth people, my people.
Hello.
I am so happy to be here with you again. I've come through here once before.
Can you tell us who you are?
Yes, this is Yeshua.
Yes.
And I have spent many lifetimes on Earth before I ascended. And as you know, I, as many other ascended masters, have been through really challenging times, because when you are ready to ascend, you get the biggest challenges thrown at you. Don't forget that this Earth plane is like a university. And when you are about to graduate in your last year of university, and you have to write dissertations and you have to work at the same time, and I'm just using this as an analogy, things get tough and you have to rely on yourself much more than you ever have before. Yes, you can get help, but not from the people who have been teaching you. So it can be very tough, because sometimes you are the only one who can do what you need to do. And you need to find the information, and you need to do the research, and you need to do the groundwork and get the findings and results that you're looking for. So it is much like that right now, with the way the Earth is going, with the change that's coming. So many people are going to be graduating. So if you think about this as a graduation, and all the things that are happening to you right now are like tests and big assignments. And yes, the lessons might be getting tough, and certain aspects of life might be getting tough. But if you just remember that you just need to push through and put your best foot forward, and really just don't lose sight of the bigger picture. Don't give up now, basically. That's the main thing. Remember the bigger picture, remember the bigger goal, and then it will be easier. Once you accept that you're in it, once you accept that, yes, things are a bit tough and things are being thrown, it does feel like everything's just a bit too much. Remember to breathe. And remember that you just have to push through and you're going to get there. You just have to push through and then you will graduate. And once you've graduated, you can relax for a good long while. You can have a good time of recalibration, if you like, before you go into the next phase of your journey. And the next phase of your journey will be a lot less pressure in many senses. But of course, your soul will continue to grow. But this particular time is tough because you're getting tested on all the ways in which your soul is growing and all the things your soul has decided to come and get tested on. Your soul wants to experience all of this because it wants to level up. It wants to graduate and feel good about, be able to go to the next level of its evolution. So I hope that makes sense, Anthony.
Yes, that makes sense.
Yeah, please do. I'm happy to clarify or go into greater detail, and I hope that analogy worked for everybody.
Yes, it definitely worked for me. I have a comment that I want to say, and maybe you can elaborate on that if I'm correct or not. But would you say that us being here on Earth, even with all the suffering that a lot of people go through and everything like that, would you say that it is a privilege to actually be here in this time?
It is a privilege to be here. Only believe it or not, only some of the highest, most enlightened souls come here. There are souls that come here that on their worlds or where they were before was very high up, a very advanced souls. And they come here to put themselves to the test because this density and everything here and everything that's going on here is hard to go through because they want the next challenge. Okay. And many of you are souls like these. Those of you that are having the toughest and hardest times, it's because you are actually very higher dimensional souls that have chosen to come into this lower density and this difficult place so that you can shape your soul and really have greater empathy, greater understanding, greater mastery in energy and in it's really a give and take thing where you are getting ready to go to that next level and be able to give more and also experience more, experience other things. So yes, it is a privilege to be here, and it's easy to forget that. A lot of souls get very disheartened, and it's like if you think about the toughest places on earth to go and learn. So, for example, going to the Secret Service or going into very, very places with very strict rules, hectic boot camps, if you like. It's a tough place to be. It's a tough place to, or perhaps if you think about MIT or one of those places where it can be really, really tough, they can really put you to the test. There are still many souls that are up for that challenge, even though it's really difficult, because they know it's going to get them to the next step. It's going to give them that foundation or that groundwork. So yes, it's a privilege, and it's important not to lose sight of that. It's important to be grateful for your lessons. And the more you accept the lessons and understand where you are and just in it, and you're understanding that I'm here to learn, the easier you will be able to get through the lessons, the less you will suffer. Acceptance is such a huge part of not suffering. Okay, so that's part of it. It's play the game.
Do you perhaps have any advice on how to accept? Because we as humans tend to not want to accept certain things.
The most important place to start with acceptance is to accept yourself. And this is the thing. Humans tend to be very harsh critics of others and judging each other because so many have come from other places where they were able to do all kinds of things. But the reason why they judge so harshly on others is because it's too hard to look at themselves. It's too hard to remember who you are. It's too hard to accept yourself with all your flaws, or flaws as you see them. But the thing is, they're not actually flaws. Yes, there are things to work on. Everybody has things to work on. But when you accept yourself just the way you are, and yes, this is a cliche that people have used 1,000 times before, but it is the absolute golden rule of acceptance. If you accept yourself just the way you are, and you understand that source energy, God consciousness, if you like, accepts you. You are completely, totally loved and accepted for who you are. You are just accepted and loved. That's it. It's an unconditional love. So understand that. Source loves you. You are loved just the way you are. Unconditionally. No matter what you've done. Everything you've done have been part of the experiences you needed to experience, that you chose to experience to grow as a soul, even if it was negative things, even if you have harmed others. Yes, there might be a level of repentance and a level of growth and a level of all of that that needs to happen. But just because you have done something bad doesn't mean it's the end of the world. Doesn't mean that you are now damned. That's one very big misconception that people never understood. Hell is completely self-made. It is self-made. The beings that are in that so-called hell have put themselves there. And in fact, in some sense, hell is on earth. And it is what people have created for themselves and keep creating for themselves. That's suffering. That does not have to exist. All you have to do is accept who you are, because you are already perfect. You are already you. You're already part of Source. You're already amazing. You're already accepted. So if Source can accept you, if God can accept you for who you are and think you're beautiful and amazing, because you're part of Source, understand, you are part of Source. You are God consciousness. So why not love yourself? You have a radiant and beautiful light. And all you have to do is remember that, accept that. And once you do, you can get to that place. You can let go of all the things that you're punishing yourself for. You don't have to punish yourself. You can say, I realize I shouldn't have made that mistake. And I now understand. I've learned the lesson. I don't want to do that anymore. That's it. And then let it go. Yes, you messed up. So what? It was part of the journey. It was part of the experience. It was something you needed to learn. So once you accept that you've learned the lesson, you can let it go. You don't have to hold on to all your shortcomings and mistakes. You can just accept the learning, accept yourself, and that makes life a whole lot easier. Because sometimes you don't recognize the lesson because you're so busy punishing yourself. Does this make sense?
Yes, it does, definitely. before you came through, Michelle was talking about all the changes that were going to happen on Earth. And I was just wondering if you maybe have a message for all the people that are actually living in fear because of all the changes that are coming, and they're scared of what it might bring and what turmoil it might bring and things. Do you have a message for them, please?
There are certainly many that have completely narrowed their thinking and narrowed their experience by believing only one path is possible. And this is true for many religious beliefs. This is true for that the world of medicine and Newton science is the only way. But not recognizing that those are systems of control. And again, we're going to come back to acceptance. It's a bit of a catch-22. You have to accept what is happening and allow yourself to say, well, what if it's all true? What if there are extraterrestrials? What if there are other dimensions? What if there are all kinds of things? What if we have been lied to? What if it was all just a lie? What if my whole life was a lie? Because that's the thing that people fear. They don't want to see that what they've believed so strongly and have fought for so much could have been an illusion. Because on some level, they look at themselves and they judge themselves for that. So they obstinately and stubbornly stick to their beliefs because they don't want to look at the fact that maybe, just maybe, somebody pulled the wool over your eyes. And just because the wool was pulled over your eyes doesn't mean that it has any less value. Everything you believed until now doesn't mean that you are insane or that there's something wrong with you. It just means it was part of the experience that you had to go through. It was something that you had to learn, and now it's time to set yourself free. And the way you can do that is just say, well, what if this is all true? Just like you say, so letting go of your beliefs and having an open mind and an open heart. And that's where the catch-22 comes in, because for some people, it's so scary to let go. For some people, it feels like they're standing on the edge of a cliff and they're going to plummet to their death, and that will be the end of everything. But I want to tell you that even in death, it is not the end. Even in your religious beliefs, the soul goes on. That is a truth. That is not a lie. So a lot of the lies you've been told are half-truths. So do understand that there are a lot of truths in what you have learned. Not everything is a lie, but it has been with disinformation and certain levels of control that have been imposed. A lot of the truth has been twisted to keep you in control. So it's kind of like you have to be brave. You have to be brave. You have to say, well, what if it is true? What if all of this stuff that I believed until now and that I'm hanging on to so obstinately isn't the whole truth? What if I allow myself to accept that some of those things that didn't make sense to me was my inner voice telling me that something's not matching up? And the most important thing that I can tell you is listen to your inner voice. That's it. Don't believe me or anyone else. Just trust your intuition. Don't let your spiritual leaders and political leaders and doctors and all these people that are in power tell you what to believe. Make up your own mind. Listen to your inner voice. And then when you step out onto that cliff, you will realize that that drop far down into that gorge is actually just an illusion. And you can step out and you can walk on the air, just like I walked on the water. Because what I realized and what I came to teach you is that it's all just an illusion. It's energy, it's holographic. So take a chance. Have faith. That's what that leap of faith is. Come, Peter, come and join me. Come walk on the water with me. Why did Peter sink? Because he didn't believe. He didn't trust himself. It wasn't about trusting me. He didn't trust the God power within himself. Do you see where I'm coming from with this? Okay, you have to be brave and take that chance. And what you're truly doing is taking a chance on yourself. And as more and more people start taking a chance on themselves, the whole of humanity's consciousness will be raised. Everybody will start seeing more of the truth. Everybody will start seeing more and more through the illusions. And it won't be so scary anymore. Acceptance is the way to deal with that. And trusting yourself.
Great. Thank you very much.
You're so welcome.
Yeah, I don't have any other questions right now. Can't think of anything else.
That's quite all right. I think this was an important message, and it needs to sink in.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you very much for that message.
You're so welcome, and I love all of you. And remember to love yourself. Loving yourself is loving God. Does that make sense? Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you
for allowing me to come through. You are all loved. Every single one of you. You are all precious and special. Every single one of you. No one is more special than anyone else. Everyone has their gifts. Everybody has their values. Everybody has their part in this greater multiverse. You're all important and loved. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Yeshua. Thank you for coming through. Oh, that really touched me. Yeah. I learn just as much as all of you. Every single Monday night when I'm channeling. And every client that I work with, I learn just as much. So thank you all of you for being here. Thank you for all the beings and wonderful spirits that came through. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, blessed week. And I would love to hear, especially for those of you that are watching this afterwards as well, to please put some comments down below of maybe some of your testimonies of the leaps of faith that you guys took. I would love to hear about that. Okay. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. I will see you next week. And so will Anthony.
Bye, everyone. Thanks.
Bye. Thank you. You're so welcome. Thank you very much.